Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for another tutorial in Melinda's Rubber Room. I'm Melinda Pierce, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today to show you how to make this card. So it has a fun flap in the front. You can put a greeting in here or another message. I did want to show you how I double mounted this Abigail rose. So I just fussy cut this top one out and mounted it right on top of the other one. So it's this inner image here that I cut out. And then it has the fun fold in the front, and then it just opens up on the inside. So I'm going to point you down to my work surface and show you how to do it. I'm going to show you a different card that I did with this same layout. So it's this one here. This is the one that I'm going to be showing you how to do. And then it opens with that on the inside. All right, so I have all of my supplies here. I have my little cheat notes here so you can see all the different measurements. So we're going to start with a base card that measures 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored in the center at 4 1/4. Then we have another piece of base cardstock that measures 4.5 by 2 3/4, and that's going to be going on the front of the card. Then we have the designer series paper that measures 4 1/4 by 2.5, and that is mounted onto that piece of cardstock that measures 4.5 by 2 3/4. We also have a piece of white cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 2.5. That's going to go in the inside flap. So that's for inside here. Then we have a piece of cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's for the inside of the card. So I'm going to put those aside for now. And then lastly, we have a piece of designer series paper, and this measured 9.5 by 4, and you're going to measure 2 inches from both sides. So you're going to measure 2 inches from this corner in, and you're going to make a score line, and you're going to measure 2 inches in and make a score line. Now I've already cut off my corners here, but what I did was I measured 2 inches in from this from the corners, and I made a little tick mark, and then I laid my designer series paper into my cutter, lined up the score mark that I have going across with the little tick mark. And you're going to do this on both sides. Trying to see where my score line is, right there. I'm going to cut it with the darker of the two blades, and that creates the 2 points of our designer series paper. Then we're just going to go ahead and fold on those score lines, like so. So you do want to use a designer series paper that has 2 sides to it, because both sides will be showing on your card. Once you've done that, you're just going to go ahead and adhere it to your base of your card. And I'm just going to bring in some Tombow glue. So if you don't want to put a greeting on the inside of your card, you can, or on this inside flap, you can just adhere this piece to both sides of those flaps. But I want mine to open up, so I'm just going to put glue on the top flap. Just like so, and then center this piece. Like that. And that creates my flap. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my greetings on my insert. So the greetings that I'm using are from the Merriest Moments stamp set. It's got really nice large greetings, which I really like. So I'm going to stamp that with the Cherry Cobbler, which is the same as my base cardstock. And I have a little poinsettia here that I'm going to stamp as well, just to brighten up some of that white space. My little dots for the inside of my poinsettia. Just like so. And that's going to be adhered right underneath my fold out piece. Just like so. So again, if you didn't want to put that inside greeting down, you would just put adhesive on this side of the triangle as well, and that would stay shut and you would still get that fun triangle effect. So I've already die cut a bunch of little trees and stamped and die cut my reindeer, and those images are all from the Regal Reindeer stamp set and dies. This one here. So I've used this little tree for the trees, and then I've stamped the reindeer and die cut that out as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these trees down. This is a fun design. You can see both sides of your designer series paper, and you can use it, use the same design for any occasion, just by changing up the dies and the paper and whatnot. I'm going to raise some of these trees up just to give it a little bit more dimension. If I can find my dimensionals. One more tree, and I just need to attach my little deer. So this was a card that I just showed in my Wednesday Zoom session. So I do those on Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Pacific time. So we all got together and made this design. Everybody used their own supplies, and everybody created something different because they were using their own papers and such. So it's a great time to get to know each other and to stamp together, talk about any stamping related issues people might be having, and so on. So if you're able to join us, that'd be great. You can find out all the information on my Facebook page at Melinda's Rubber Room. And if you see any products that you would like to purchase, you can do so on my online store at melindapierce.stampinup.net. Okay, so there is the outside of my card finished. And all I have to do is stamp the inside. So I have a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to bring in another greeting. If you have any questions about any of the items that I'm showing or the techniques, just leave a comment on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page. I'd be happy to help you out. I'm looking for my little dots again. join me over on my Facebook page, you'll also see other announcements, including classes that I'm having, Stampin' Up! Specials, some of my own specials, etc., as well as other cards that I've been doing in my stamp studio. Feel free to share my videos as well. It's always nice to have other people enjoy what I'm doing and have them make the cards as well. Okay, so there is the inside of the card. And again, the outside, fun little Christmas card to send and receive. Hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and we will hopefully see you sometime on Wednesday on a Zoom session. All right, oops. Have a great day. It's nice for you to join me. Bye-bye.